Inquisitor. Reconnaissance rituals indicate hostile activity in the chambers adjacent to the entrance.
Your hunch was right, Tech Priest. This is indeed a trap.
Clarification needed. All my deductions were based on facts.
Let's just leave it that way then.
Enemy patrol detected in the vicinity. Contact is imminent.
They must have been expecting you to come from the other direction. The plot thickens, Captain. Did the sensors pick up any other void craft in this segment?
No, Inquisitor. What is it?
These worthless rebels are betraying their kind for the Dark Elder, as I suspected. But they knew details about my investigation, which baffles me. How could they know?
I have no idea, Inquisitor. We are all alone out here.
I will pray for you, servants of the Imperium. Rest assured, the perpetrators will pay for this, in blood. The machinations of the foul Drukhari cannot be left unpunished.
calculations, you reach the coordinates where the Cardinal's transmission originated.
I've just found the Cardinal, Tech Priest, and his guards. This information is redundant.
I beg for your remission, Inquisitor. Redundancy is a sin.
My most sincere gratitude, Inquisitor. By the grace of the Emperor, you have deciphered my warning.
I should execute you for treason. What was this all about?
I deserve no forgiveness. But before you rightfully sentence me, please hear my plea. I was imprisoned, tortured, and mentally manipulated by these Xenos Reavers for a long time. Let me help you in your sanctified duty.
So they made you lure me into their trap.
You and others in the past. These monsters are plundering our worlds. We've been lost in the darkness, Inquisitor.
These Xenos have been allowed to carry on unchecked. They were already waiting for me on the relay station and set up the trap here in no time. What is their secret, Cardinal?
I have no idea, I swear. But they know everything. Their ways are efficient. Terrible, but efficient.
Inquisitor, Category 5.8 fluctuations in the Immaterium in your vicinity.
A warp gate.
Pattern is consistent with the Dark Eldar webway portals.
Cardinal, we have not finished. Find a shelter nearby.
Act of retaliation, Inquisitor. Now, you should execute that treacherous worm of a priest.
The Dark Eldar are masters of torture and manipulation. Yet he managed to break their thrall over him and warn me. He was almost begging for judgment.
Weakness is like the rot. Once it sets in, it's only a matter of time until it destroys everything.
Once the Imperium lost the Aurea system, these worlds fell prey to a great menace. We can't execute everyone who couldn't resist the powers of the Drukhari.
Inquisitor, the Etheric Alpha Spectrometer finished the analysis of the warp signatures detected around the last Drukhari webway portal.
Tell me that this is leading somewhere. I'll be quite dissatisfied if I cannot deliver judgment upon those who are responsible for the destruction in this system.
Xenorite triangulation subroutines identified the same signatures on a deserted void station in the system. Note that this method is considered as a grade Gamma tech heresy.
I need results, Omicron. I don't care about your meddling with Xenorite technology.
Statement recorded for future reference. On the subject, etheric triangulation subroutines identified familiar signatures on a deserted void station. 90.7% probability that the webway gate was opened from these coordinates.
Then we have a long, exhausting piece of work ahead of us in this accursed system. human station is definitely used by the Dark Elder. I can finally pay my regards to their leaders.
You should be reminded that the Drukhari use the arteries of the webway that can offer them a swift escape.
Indeed. They also need solid webway gates to transport human slaves to their otherworldly bastions. There must be something vital to their plans I can destroy around here.
Warp signatures indicate that this contraption is used as an anchor between real space and the webway.
It's high time to seal the gates then. Let's see how they react.
How dare you to interfere with our work, you arrogant monkey!
Look who has crawled back to receive judgment.
I will cut out your tongue for your disrespect. I am one of the Cabal of the Jagged Maze. We are the masters of the dark pathways that lead to the Sunless Kimura. You cannot stop us.
Stop what? You are kidnapping Imperial citizens. You are nothing but cowards.
Kidnapping? That's endearing. We have taken millions of your kind, you fool. You have abandoned entire worlds and let us prey upon the remaining human cattle. I should thank you for that.
The Emperor doesn't abandon anyone. I'm here to stop your foul machinations.
You are only wasting your time, creature. The hidden webway tunnels spread wide beyond the veil of your subsector. We go wherever we wish.
Then you should return to your true master and follow at the feet of Slavish.
For this, I will show you the true meaning of pain.
Admirable work. Inquisitor. I wish you could bring that Xenox corpse to me. My vibro-scalpels thirst for Drukhari blood.
This kind of personal commitment is somewhat unexpected from you, Marcos.
The Dark Elder are an elusive race we rarely have the chance to study. Consider my wish a professional curiosity, with a hint of personal vengeance.
One day I'll find out why you hate the Drukhari so much, and how you know so much about them. Citizen in Xenos captivity. He seems to be a psyker. Who are you?
My name is Thrall. I think I was a sanctioned psyker, formerly in the service of the planetary governor.
Why did the Xenos spare you?
They tortured me. They have broken me. I was their bloodhound. They used me to sniff out high-ranking Imperials like you.
So this is how they knew about my every move.
I had dreams about you. I felt your burning dedication. I felt your wrath. They were afraid of you, you know.
You could have warned me telepathically.
I guess. Yes. I can remember the last time I had thoughts and decisions. There was just the pain and the lack of pain.
The place has been cleaned. The reavers of the cabal of the Jagged Maze have been stopped. I consider this operation a success.
I probably don't need to remind you that Cabals send out numerous raiding parties. If this murderous witch told you the truth, there must be other Dark Elder forces working in other isolated regions of the subsector, trying to enslave whole worlds.
I'm counting on that, actually. We should teach them a lesson while they think they are safe. But for now, my work here is done. Margos, I need an explanation why you, as a janitor, are so well versed in the forbidden Drakari lore.
And you're absolutely right. I told you that all of this was classified, but for the sake of transparency, I will tell you the truth. I grew up on a small mining colony that fell prey to a Dark Elder raiding party. They took me to an homunculus laboratory. I don't want to go into details. Suffice to say that creature experimented on me, testing the effects of various drugs on the human physique. I was rescued by an Adeptus Mechanicus strike force, who spent a long time studying the various substances in my system. Eventually, I joined their ranks, but I could never forget the atrocities of that despicable Xenox race.
It is indeed a remarkable story. Rest assured, Margos, the time of your reckoning has come.
Inquisitor, you have a message from the Caligari Conclave.
I've been expecting this for a while. My job is not done in this subsector.
Inquisitor, I require your expertise once again. The pacification of the Triglav subsector is still underway, and the Astra Militarum forces are occupied on various worlds where long isolation steered billions away from the path of righteousness. Meanwhile, Lord Bertram, the governor of the Clamoris system, has reported an attack by Xenos raiders on his palace. In light of your recent discoveries in the Aureus system, I strongly suspect that this might be the handiwork of the Dark Elder again. The Clamoris system is the administrative center of the subsector, and we need to act immediately. He won't last until the Imperial forces arrive. I want you to save the governor, otherwise we have another chaotic situation on our hands.
establishing contact with the governor?
No. The raiders must use a Xeno scrambling device. That was also the reason why we couldn't send you closer to the palace. At least I think that's what the tech priest told me in his lecture.
I'll try to get closer to the palace then. By the Emperor, an engine of pain.
Show no mercy. It is the pinnacle of the homunculi's foul art. A torture device turned into a weapon of war. Was the work of a mad genius. Even with my extensive knowledge of organic and inorganic modifications, I wouldn't dare to contemplate resorting to the dark arts that could create something like that.
These sentient machines serve some cruel masters. It is not a simple raiding party.
We're picking up weak Vox signals from the palace. Try to get closer, Inquisitor.
I want you to keep all battle stations manned and initiate emergency warp drive protocols.
What happened? Do we have to leave in a hurry?
I strongly suspect that this wasn't a strike against the governor, but a coordinated invasion of the entire planet. We should be prepared for all contingencies.
Is this thing on? Do I have to talk into this device, my dear servant person? Splendid. I am Lord Bertram Cordiano, the governor of this world. Politician, poet, and lover. I require help immediately.
You are addressing an agent of the Holy Inquisition, Governor.
Capital. Then you must be the perfect candidate for this task. These filthy Xenos are trying to break into my palace, and honestly, this ruckus is getting truly terrifying. They have these grotesque machines that scream and kill, and we are entirely powerless against them. Only a couple of flimsy barricades are left between them and my precious presence.
There are more. beacon in range. Another technological marvel defiled.
Inquisitor, you have been victorious. You fought like Wrath incarnate. At least that's what I've heard. I admit I couldn't even look at the pick feed. The very sight of violence upsets the equilibrium of my humors. Inquisitor, as a prominent representative of the Imperium in the Triglav subsector, you have my eternal gratitude. And I support your cause with all the powers at my command.
Teleport beacon in range.
I see you're making friends in high places, Inquisitor. We have received the official decree about your temporary appointment to acting military commander in the system.
The governor might seem like a ludicrous inbred, but he is true to his words.
Or he just realized he needs to keep you here for a bit longer, The Dark Elder launched a global attack on Clamorus Prime. The situation is critical.
The Drukhari is like vermin. It is about time to face them on a proper battlefield.
Speaking of battlefields, you might want to consider bringing in some reinforcements. I was thinking about the Freeblade Knight, the Crimson Wanderer.
It is a sensible idea, but I need your ship here.
Our good friend, Captain Grexus, is still in your debt. He could transport here Sir Ambrose Caradoc and his mighty war machine.
Fine. Send an astropathic message to the good captain. Command center of the Planetary Defense Forces. Not much left to save here.
The Dark Elder are the masters of subterfuge and ambush. These inexperienced soldiers had no chance against them.
Etheric triangulation subroutines identify familiar warp signatures again. A Drukhari webway gate is open in the area.
I must be ported to transport prisoners. That's useful information.
Your plan was nothing but a failed attempt to prove your worth. It is only a filthy human. Do you really think this poorly of me? I can sense the spark of burning zeal in this chunk of unadorned flesh. You are always underestimating the power of their belief. In any case, I will activate the pain catalysts while you are amusing yourself here. You think you can challenge me, worthless human? I have destroyed entire civilizations before your kind crawled out into the void.
You can forget your empty theatrics. Your wizened master has already left, and I truly don't care.
You have killed an incubus, Inquisitor, on your own. A part of me is glad.
And I have destroyed the portal. Although it might have been too late, a Haven Cullis has escaped. I suspect you already know what that is.
Yes, I do. One of the ancient flesh sculptors, and he could be connected to the recent complications in Gladius Hive.
I'm on my way back. You can brief me on the ship.
Inquisitor, Lord Commissar Scarhurst at your command. Isn't it a nice day for our last rally against the Xenos?
Aren't you way too pessimistic to keep morale up?
Ah, a misunderstanding. This will be their last day in this Forsaken Valley. We are going to give those Xenos a good thrashing.
What are they doing here exactly?
The Xenos are pillaging and taking prisoners from Gladius Hive. Our troops tried to stop one of the slaver convoys but fell victim to a sudden ambush. I'm planning to move against their main forces directly and cut off the head of this filthy operation.
I could be of some assistance, Lord Commissar. I have the coordinates to their temporary webway portal. Send out your men to secure the area, while I close down the Xenos escape route.
At your command.
What is happening down there? The Vox channels went insane a few hours ago.
Instead of retreating as they are wont to do, the Dark Elder have begun to kill Imperial citizens in Gladius Hive. It's a massacre.
That wretched Haven Cullis. It must be part of his plan. I must find that creature immediately.